Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be doing a massive unboxing of all the LEGO that I've bought since the beginning of September. You can see here I got quite a few in some bags and then some that are boxes that I haven't even had the chance to open yet. Got a great variety to unbox today, from retiring sets to brand new releases in the last few months. And here I've got the Dungeons & Dragons minifigures, there's even parts down here, and also Series 2 of the Bricklink program just arrived. So I think we'll start at the beginning of this, which was September 1st release, which was the Burrow. I grabbed the UCS Burrow on release day to secure the GWPs, and we'll take a close look at those in just a moment. The set promises to be a stunning addition to my future enchanted forest, but will look equally impressive on a shelf in the meantime. I'm excited about its unusual shape, the fact that we have a closed back, unlike previous versions, and I'm particularly drawn to the design with the crooked angles, how it opens up, and the inclusion of the Flu Network play feature. It's great to see a comprehensive minifigure lineup too. I'll produce a full review of the set when I build it, so I'll leave my thoughts there for now and get straight into the GWPs. As I bought the Burrow on launch day, I did get 3 GWPs. The first GWP I got was a cute little poly bag. It's Draco with the Forbidden Forest. The Draco Malfoy minifig's pretty cool. And of course, I do like the fact we get the owl, but mostly I'm excited about these little flower elements at the top. They're kind of in interesting colors. The second GWP was a cute little set. It's got 190 pieces, and it's Borgard & Burke's Flu Network. It's got that really nice spiral element that's also in the Burrow to create that sort of up and down. First time I saw it was actually in the ski and climbing center that I built last year. It is actually a really nice part, and it's good to see it in more sets. The third GWP is something pretty special and is exclusive to only the Burrow, only on launch day, and I doubt you'll be able to get this again. Although if they have some left, they might do what they did with like the Mimic and have another short run of it if you buy the Burrow. It comes in this beautiful black box. You can't really deny how good the packaging is here. Nicely protected in the inside. And then beautifully presented is this magnet. So we have a gold base for the bottom, which is different from all the magnets they have on the Insider store. I showed them in my last video. I actually picked them all up with the silver bases, but this one's gold, and then it's got this beautiful intricate clock, and I hope my camera is doing a good job of picking this up for you. You have all the Weasleys printed on here, and then this actually does rotate, and on the outside you've got Mortal Pearl, Forest, Work, Garden, School, Home, everything you've read about in the books, but that is pretty neat, you have to say. And on the back, it is basically just this panel that keeps this in place. So if you did want to put this on just a regular fridge, you can. It's just a magnet on the back. You don't have to keep it on the stand if you don't want to. But it is pretty nice on the stand because it does say Lego Harry Potter. At the end of September, there was 2 new promos. If you spent $130 in the US, I believe it was for any theme. I was mostly excited about the pumpkin, you know, with the light brick in there and the different 2 like faces you can put on it. You can make it like the scary face or make it this like smiley face and then a little ghost. I thought this would be a really cool GWP, and I was very excited to get this. I actually have 2, which you'll see in a minute what other purchase I made to get one. And I built that, and I actually had it on my desk at work, and everyone would come in and just like play with the light brick, and it was kind of a cool little thing. I really meant to build this one for the house, and I just didn't get around to it. So I guess next year I'll have that to build. You also got the Fortnite Brickhead, which I'm not really that excited about. I've never played Fortnite, and I don't really know what this means, but it's kind of a nice little GWP. I will try and find a Fortnite fan that I can give this to, because otherwise it's just probably going to sit and collect dust. To get the GWPs, I selected one of the sets I was most excited about that was launched on September 1st, and that is Super Mario World, Mario, and Yoshi. It's an 18 plus set. It's got 1,250 pieces, and the set number is 71438. I haven't actually seen this built. Usually I see this in the store and maybe like, that's pretty cool. I just thought it was incredibly neat. Yoshi is absolutely my favorite Super Mario character, and I got this, I think probably why everyone that bought it did, is because the functionality here of turning that lever and then it sort of looking like he's riding on his back just absolutely appealed to me. I thought it was something different. So this will actually go with all the other 18 plus Mario sets that I haven't built yet, which includes the Question Mark, Bowser, and then something else that I'm going to open up later in this video that was on a really great sale and I hadn't got. So I'm going to have a massive 18 plus Mario building day. I've never played D&D though. I would really like to give it a go, but I did pick up the entire series of the D&D CMFs because I think every single one is absolutely exceptional and has a place in any sort of medieval scene that we might have. So starting with this guy, I don't really know what I'm going to do with him. I know this is like the brain or something. He's probably just going to be a baddie in the Lion's Night Castle. I think she goes perfectly with the Hocus Pocus set. He's a perfect character to go in the Viking village. Absolutely Lion's Night Castle straight up. This one's a little bit different. I could actually see this being put in as like a statue in the history museum or something because it kind of has that like Egypt kind of vibe. I mean, yeah, he's probably just gonna go in the Lion's Night Castle area, as is he, because pretty cool kind of characters for that. Another one perfect for the Viking village. This one could kind of go either way. It could do Viking village. It could go with the castle too. I mean, yeah, I could even go in like the Hocus Pocus Halloween kind of theme. This one, honestly, I'm not too sure, but as you probably know, I love dragons, and that is a sweet dragon, and I would really like to pick up a few more of those. This guy could go anywhere in the countryside area with like the Winnie the Pooh house. It could go with the A-frame cabin. It could go with the Snow White and Seven Dwarfs set. There's really endless possibilities for him. He's so menacing. I love this torso. I think probably like Lion's Night Castle, if I have like a magic demonic kind of aspect to it. Could just be like another Marvel villain. I could always do that. And then we're back to the front. Every single one of these is amazing, and I might actually pick up duplicates. The next three sets I bought at the secondary retailer Target. They were on fantastic deals, and I couldn't say no. This was almost one of the first LEGO sets that I bought, but the last in-store copy sold out about an hour before I got there, and it's been on my wish list ever since. And finally, Target had a great sale right before it retires at the end of this year, and I was able to pick it up. The reason I want this set is kind of a personal one, and that's because when I was younger, I wanted to be a screenwriter. And so I think pairing this with the Walt Disney camera that I have but have yet to build will create this beautiful little display about maybe what might have been had I followed my teenage dreams. Thinking of the set itself, I love how the box doesn't make it obvious how the set is constructed. All the internal technical details are sort of hidden underneath the polished finish, so the build will be fresh and interesting when I get round to it. And of course, I'm incredibly grateful that all those keys are printed elements, because if they were stickers, I probably wouldn't have bought it. At the same time they had that sale, they were also selling a good price on the Diagon Alley Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Many times I've said that and it comes out Weasley's Wizards Wheezes. Yeah, it's a hard set to say. I picked up the set because I'm not sure that I'm ever going to buy the $500 Diagon Alley set. And I do want a Diagon Alley in my city. And so I think that because they have this, and then they also just released the Ollivanders and Madame Malkin's robes, and I assume that every year they'll bring out another one, this will be a much more economical way to buy these sets because they're usually discounted, and then be able to modify them into my own Diagon Alley. And if I change my mind, I can put this into the Winter Village, which has open back sets as the toy store. So I'll add a nice little pop of color to there too, or generally to my collection overall. The set is full of outstanding details, and it's got some really great minifigures, so I really don't think this was a bad pickup no matter what I end up doing with it. The final set I picked up is also a Harry Potter set, and I actually already have a copy of this, but it was so cheap. I think these look great on a shelf just sitting next to each other. I have to decide what to maybe put in the middle. It kind of feels like they should be almost like bookends to something. I think these are fantastic. The parts in here are just incredible, and I have no idea why I've never built this. It's looks like it would be just a fun evening to put this together because it's not too many parts. That was my fun Target sale. So another set that I managed to pick up on a deep discount from, it was Amazon this time. I just really wanted the set ever since it was launched, but I thought it was way too expensive. I have this dream that one of my under tables is going to be this fantastic water area at some point, and this would sort of go with all of that. I picked up some of the other sets that were released along the same theme with the same colorway. I even have some of the Arctic sets, and I just always wanted it. I think this is a really cool little submarine explorer, and the minifigures and all the little mini builds are like perfect. I mean, look at this for little jellyfish. It's pretty cool. And then this other sort of larger mini build with the sharks all connected and they go around. So we've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 minifigures? That's not bad. And they've all got flippers and accessories and different sort of out uniforms and things on. They're gonna just be perfect to accessorize the underwater area when I finally get around to it. Part uses on these claws are pretty fun too. So yeah, just a nice city set that I've wanted since it was released, waiting for sale, and eventually got to a price that I was comfortable paying for it. And it will eventually go in the underwater area as a cool like scene that I'm gonna have set up. So on my birthday every year, I go to the Lego store and I pick up the Winter Village set for that year. Now, granted, I've only been collecting Lego for 3 years, so this is the third time I've done this. I already have a plan for this. It's going to sit on this like Santa cliff that I have planned out, looking over the rest of the Winter Village. And it helps make sense why there's a hot air balloon, because they need to, travel off the cliff every now and then. And I think there's so many great play features in this. You get the light brick in the hot air balloon, the whole thing where the mail delivery system comes down here and then it gets sorted over here. It's just it's cute and fantastic. And the side builds in this actually work pretty well. We got a cute little seal. We got another different variation of a Christmas tree. It amazes me how every year the Christmas tree build is something different and yet instantly recognizable as to what it is. And then I really like this little post office sign thing we have here with the clubhouse and the workshop, tying in all the other previous sets that are in this series. In addition to picking up the main Santa set, I also got the delivery truck to go with it, which is a nice little accompanying set. It does feel very much like it should be a GWP, but I also like that it's not and anyone can just go in and pick this up, because it'd be kind of sad if this was hidden behind a $100 barrier. I really like the design about this. I love how they've got the gold trimmed wheels. And again, another tree that does look different from the other builds. At the back, you can see the truck does open up, the top comes off, and then it opens at the sides here. You can see there's two large sticker elements to give it more detail as well. And of course, a really fantastic elf minifigure. And I do like that the tree can just go on top, so it keeps it all together in one cohesive set. My Lego store doesn't usually have other things, but mine this time somehow had like the Christmas mug. I saw this on the website and I was like, maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't, because let's face it, it's pretty cute. So we got a snowman, the elf, Santa, and then the reindeer costume. And I actually have all of those minifigures, so it's kind of nice, that I have that too. It's a nice, decent sized mug. And yeah, so I picked that up as well as part of my birthday haul, and I'll be drinking a lot of hot cocoa out of that. And while I was at it, I thought, why not just pick up the Santa keychain? Now, while I was at the store, of course, I got another Fortnite brickhead. I did obviously get the pumpkin, but I built it, so I don't have that to show. So while I was there, I also picked up some BAM. If you don't know, if you go to Lego store on your birthday and you tell them it's your birthday, they will give you a free minifigure of your choice, which basically means build what you want from the BAM. So I actually have the giant bunny version of this, so it's actually kind of cool to have the minifigure that kind of goes with her, like a kid sleeping in the pajamas of the bunny and then got the bunny. So in the rest of the box, I've just got some cats, some bears, and a couple of butterflies, and those are mostly just to populate the city in the Winter Village, and the bears are mostly to put in shops in the Winter Village as Christmas presents. As it's Halloween, I did get the official Halloween figures. This one is like super cool. I feel like every element of this one is amazing. The skeleton costume is pretty good, and then the witch is just perfect to go with, the Hocus Pocus house. And they came with their various accessories as well. I like these so much that I basically got two of them. So some more BAM that we have is this one here. I thought she'd be just a great kind of city figure. And the same here. She's got a little sloth sweater, which is pretty neat, and a hairbrush. So pretty nice little figure there. And then finally we've got like the old space guy with his little flask of whatever he's up to. Here, I like the little molded single hair mustache piece. That's pretty neat. His face is pretty cool too. I've not really seen like a silver mustache before. It's pretty funny. In addition to the BAM, I also picked up a couple of boxes of PAB, and it's actually been so long I don't actually remember what's in here. Ooh! Well, that's exciting. Lots of 2x4 tiles. I actually used a whole bunch of these 2x4s in the Winter Village for the train track. And my box was getting kind of low, so it's nice that I got some more in there. And a bunch of 2x2 brick. I mean, that's perfect. I've pretty much finished mills plating the Winter Village at this point, but there will always be more. So it's good to have plenty of that for any structural needs that I have. And then is it the same thing in this box? I mean, I'm really not kidding. I really don't remember what's in here. Let's see. Oh, ooh. Okay, so we got some more 2x4 plate, and it looks, oh yeah, I do remember vaguely packing this. It's got some really interesting, you know, I'm annoyed. I wish I'd remembered that I had this. It would have been perfect when I was doing all that train track stuff. It's a perfect shape for piling it in, and of course this is nice, clean, brand new plate. Oh well, I guess I just forgot that it was there, and then it looks like there's more 2x2 brick in the back. So as it was my birthday, they also threw in this little bag. They had these for like, kids to build in the store, and he just popped one in for me, and it's hilarious that I got the fat black cat because I have a cat that is, well, let's just say my two voids are not exactly lacking in chonk status. He doesn't have the white part at his nose, but that's quite funny that that is what it is. So it's just sort of some nice little pieces to create that little thing, and I thought that was kind of nice of them just to throw it in there to try and help make my day even more special. In mid-October, there was a double points event, and I used the opportunity to pick up some parts from Winter Village, but it also meant that I qualified for the bakery. I think I have all of the miniature buildings at this point. Of course, I haven't built any of them. I think at one point I'm going to just get them all out, including all the little Micro Ninjago sets, and build like a really cool mini city. I think for that I'm going to get some nice little floating shelves so it can all just kind of sit together. So most of my parts order is actually still shipping, but what has arrived is the 16 by 16 white plate to go on the top for the, basically I'm putting that on the top of the cliff for the buildings. So I did get some slopes though. Mostly it's just inverted slopes and regular slopes in the dark bluish gray. And then also you can see in there is a few of those dark bluish gray masonry bricks, again for the Winter Village. A couple of odd parts in here is this giant Duplo bee. I just thought this was freaking adorable, so I absolutely wanted it, and it can go in the Winter Village in the toy shop that has an oversized polar bear as well as sort of like one of those things. And then I finally did get, there it is, the mouth for the orca. I bought the orca off the pad wall a long time ago and then didn't actually get the jaw for it, so I finally picked up the jaw, and the rest of it is inbound. Just for context, that's everything we've opened so far, and the parts are over here, and I haven't opened any of those boxes yet. I made another purchase during Double Points, which got me another bakery, and these two poly bags that honestly I have zero interest in. Minecraft, I don't play Minecraft, so hopefully I'll find someone to give this to. What I do is donate small Lego sets to the Children's Hospital every year, so I'll probably just put it in with that. This one though, I'm tempted to do the same, although this little bird is super cute, and I kind of want the cute little bird, but maybe a kid would like this more than I would like the little bird, so I might just do that. I should do that with the brick head that I was wondering what to do with as well. That's a good idea. The set that I got is something that I've had on my list for a long time, and they had a special insider's deal on it, and it is retiring at the end of the year, and I haven't ever seen that price before. I went back and forth with myself for a few hours on this one, and eventually I was like, no, I'm going to want this. I've seen so many people set this up with Bowser playing the console, and I just kind of really want to do that. And because I have the question mark and Bowser and the new Yoshi set, I was like, let's complete the 18 plus Mario line and have this as well. This is the first console I ever had. My siblings and me, we got this and we pretty much just played this. We had a version that was like Mario Brothers and also had like, it was the duck shooting game. It came with the little gun to shoot the duck, and the Mario game, we played it all the time. It was like the only console I had until I eventually got a Game Boy. It doesn't look like Lego. It's going to remind me of something different. It's going to complete the 18 plus Mario collection, and it was a really good price. So last year I bought 4 advent calendars. I got City, Friends, Marvel, and Harry Potter. This year I think I'm just going to get the City one unless I see a really good deal on the Harry Potter one, because this advent calendar is outstanding. I absolutely love the minifigures that we have here and all of their Christmas sweaters. I just think they look superb, perfect for the Winter Village, and that's sort of really my main goal with advent calendars, is have something fun to open every day, but then I don't want them just to be a bunch of things I part out and put in inventory and then they just live there until the end of time. This scene here encapsulates exactly why I wanted to buy this. Look at all these fantastic winter sweaters all 4 of these minifigures are wearing. They're perfect for the winter village. Got a Labrador with a nice like winter sweater. The baby's got a winter sweater, and there's a cat. I mean, I'm absolutely sold. And then when we go up here, we can look at Mrs. Claus. She's got a fantastic sort of printing on her torso and legs there. Well, it's more like a skirt. Santa looks to be the same, but I can always use more Santas in my winter village. It's not really a problem. Just from the pictures, roughly what's inside, and you can kind of see, well, the really good stuff on the back anyway, but it'll still be a nice surprise because I will absolutely have forgotten what is in this calendar by the time December rolls around. I was so hyper-focused on making sure that I got the art of the chocolatier from Series 3 of Bricklink on October 8th that I totally forgot that Series 2 would be shipping soon. And so when I got the email to say, your Lego bricks have shipped, it was a complete surprise, and I was like, yay! So I've actually got 3 Bricklink orders from Series 2. The first one is the Ominous Isle. This didn't sell particularly well. I'm not really sure why. I thought Pirates was a pretty popular theme, and it sort of seemed like it had a lot going on. And the fact that you can move all of these little modules around to make it into a configuration that kind of suits what you want. So here you can see the different configurations that you have. I'm not really sure which one is my favorite, but I do like the fact that there's that option. So if it does go into a scene, it's a little bit easier to adapt to make it work. For me, this is going to go with other pirate sets that I have, like the pirate ship and the El Dorado Fortress. I'm excited to get started in the set. It's going to be a fun build. It's going to bring out a lot of storytelling in me with all these characters and the different configurations. And I just actually noticed this. This is like a whale, maybe a shark kind of skeleton down there. See, there's loads of details in here that I can't even appreciate, even if I really look hard at the box. And generally, when I know I'm already going to buy something or build something, I don't look too hard at the box, so there's plenty of surprises. The second set I got was also not particularly popular, and that was the Ocean House. I think this looks amazing with all the different colors and textures and the different part usage that we have here to create these kind of architectural effects. I think that looks absolutely stunning. I really like little details the sets include, things like these fish up to dry, the little hook here so we can go fishing off the edge, the little boat that comes with it. I think these are really nice little features inside of the house itself. There are 2 things I think threw people off buying this set. The first is that the review said the roof was a little unstable. Luckily, Bricklink have addressed that, and every future series will have more stringent guidelines into what is acceptable, and so technically this roof in this series would not have passed in future series. So that is a really good thing, and I know that I need to be a little bit more delicate when actually dealing with the roof, because you could pull it off to look inside. Although you don't really need to look inside, because the second thing I think threw people off is the fact that it is open on one side. Now for me, I sort of rationalize that by the fact that this is not actually a house, right? Like, there's no bedrooms here, there's no bathrooms. This isn't somewhere where people go and sleep and live. This is somewhere where people take a boat over, they come to it for the day, they hang out, they do some fishing. It's not their home. So for me, the back here, I don't even think I need to mentally make a fake wall. I can just pretend that there would be a blind that they put down on a particularly windy day. Some nice details I've noticed around the back are things like the different colorways on the stilts is kind of nice, like the little inclusion of the turquoise and then the metal ingot, just to show like it's got some structural integrity. The fact that we have stairs going down, we got these hooks here, a little bit of tree is really nice as well. So I think overall there's a lot of things here I'm going to really enjoy about this set. So for the time being, it's just going to be on my shelf, and eventually I will work it into the water area on my tables. The final set I got was incredibly popular, sold out very quickly, I think within a day, and I can see why. Like, this is just such a different set. The Mushroom House is cute beyond description. It has this wonderfully oversized transport snail that's just crazy. These cherries that are basically the size of the top of the house. The wheelbarrow here is incredible. Everything about this is just screams, how cool is the part usage? And in that sense, it does feel like it's an official Lego set rather than a Bricklink Designer program. And a lot of that just has to go to the designer and what a great job he did of putting this together. So the set does have an open back, which is typically a big turnoff for me, but I think it's been executed so well here that I am not even bothered by it. It is, of course, hilarious that it's an open space and there's a door, right? You just got to use your imagination sometimes. But one thing I do like in the design is the fact that there obviously is no stairs to get to this top little, which I think is the bedroom. But the vines here are like stairs, so you can actually get up there. Up here, as I say, I think it's the bedroom. We got a little bed here, a little storage area. And then down here we have a little fireplace and a little seat and a table. So there is a sequel to this, I think, in Series 4. It's not quite as cute looking, but if I enjoy this build, I will probably pick it up because I will probably want to put them together as a pair. My final purchase was on November 1st, and it did qualify me for this GWP. This was based off an ideas submission. It's a little bit different from that, but overall I think the final product's pretty cool. I've seen people kind of enjoying building this, and I think it's going to look really nice on a little shelf. And once again, I'm kind of glad it's a GWP that doesn't have anything particularly unique about it. Someone could build this from parts themselves later, and they don't have to worry about missing out on actually picking this one up. So which set did I buy? It was a great debate between the X Mansion and the Botanical Gardens. I was like, I am not buying both. And ultimately, I decided that I wanted the Botanical Garden. I'm a little surprised that I got this and not the X Mansion, because I am a massive Marvel fan. But I think that overall that building was overpriced for what it was and didn't even look that great. And I wasn't so excited about the GWP that I was like, I have to have it. I will be upset with myself if I don't have that GWP. The GWP for this is actually pretty neat. It's the entrance gate. It's supposed to go like here on the set. That's not how it's going to work in my city, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it behind the Natural History Museum. You're not actually going to see this side of it because the Natural History Museum will be here. And then this extra half base plate, I'm going to create like a nice path so you kind of go from the street up into the back of the cafe here. And I think what I might do is use the GWP here as like a nice entranceway on that pathway here to kind of create like the way into here. And that would be a nice way to use this. So yeah, ultimately I decided to get this over at the X Mansion. I have no regrets. I think this is going to look so much better in my city, and the X Mansion is something I can get later if it's ever on sale. I think it's going to have to be supersized to make it work in terms of like fitting in with the rest of the city, and really it should be in like grounds, and I just don't have space for that. So here is everything we've seen in this video unboxed. It is a massive pile of Lego. I probably have enough stuff here to make content for the next year, but we both know I'm going to probably buy more Lego before you even see this, because I'm definitely going to get Endurance on Black Friday. But do let me know if there's anything in here you would particularly like to see reviewed, because then I can kind of prioritize that. Santa's Post Office will be my next review, but after that I'm sort of open to which order I build these in. I do want to get the Botanical Garden done pretty soon, and then maybe that Mushroom House. I was pretty excited about that one. It'd be fun to put that together. The Burrow. I can't believe the Burrow has just been sitting here since September and I haven't even opened it yet, but I do feel like I want to make content on all the sets that I have, and then that sort of slows down the process because I'm a really slow YouTuber in that sense. I really need to get better at filming and editing in a bit more of a streamlined fashion. But yeah, look, that's all the sets that I have. Let me know what you think. If you have any of these sets, if you're kind of like me and you also have a crazy backlog that you need to work through. I'm so grateful for you watching. Thank you so much for sitting through this video and this fun unboxing with me. These really are the best minifigures, I have to say. I want a whole bunch of those dragons, that's for sure. But yeah, wow. It's like having my own Lego store.